Welcome, Kim Searle here, Emotional Mastery. Talking about self-care and the four pillars that I see as being key to making sure that you're watching out for you. This is the third pillar, the pillar of emotions. Did you know that it is very difficult to be logical and emotional at the same time? Did you know that it is the primal brain, the way that it can communicate with you to make sure you're doing either the fighting, the flighting, or the freezing? It's just a way that it can communicate even faster than that. It tends to run in the background, so even your conscious mind won't be aware that it's going on. And for me, it's your sat nav to letting you know how life is going for you. So welcome, let's just explore that a little bit. You cannot be logical and emotional at the same time. Because our emotions come from that deep primal part of our brain, the amygdala, and arguably our gut brain, which is constantly checking what's going on around us. If it senses any problems, it will pick up on it before your conscious mind does. It will become aware of it, and then it will make your conscious mind aware of it. If it's a big thing, and I'm going to use an extreme example of a phobia. If you've seen a spider, where does logic go at that moment in time when you've got a phobia of them, or even a fear? Leaping around the room, screeching, running from the room, whatever. Your emotions have hijacked you. And that's actually a term that's been coined and used by Daniel Goleman, who introduced emotional intelligence back in the 1990s, I think it was. Equally, if you've got a presentation and you're not used to giving them, or it's a presentation that's really important, interviews, hello, big thing at the moment. Unless you've got your nerves under control, what happens? You can't think straight. You know, they ask you a question and it's probably one of the most simplest questions in the world. You cannot access what you need to access. So why is this so important? Well, the brain doesn't understand what you're trying to do, doesn't appreciate that you're after something different and you're wanting to change your life, something new. All it knows is you're in a difficult situation. So it doesn't matter that it's an interview. It doesn't matter that it's a spider and it's completely harmless. It sees it as something that's a threat to your survival. And it will either have you running away, screaming for your life, or it will have you fighting. So you become defensive, aggressive, all these good things. Or you just freeze and your brain just locks and you can't think straight. Let me tell you, they are all normal responses. Forgive yourself now if that has happened to you. What can you do about it? For me, the emotional responses are just a guide to something going on for you. They are what I use as a clue to the learnings that will have happened at a really young age when you don't know what went on. Between the ages of 0 and 7, you're not thinking cognitively. That part of the brain has not yet fully developed. And consequently, you're living in the moment. And you will be picking up a load of sensory information, which your brain is constantly assessing for good or not good, love or not love. You getting my meaning here? So for every experience, every interaction with somebody, every event or, comment, there is an experience that your brain's like, I've learned that, I get it. And what it does is at that moment in time, it applies a biochemical marker, an emotion. so that when you experience it again, for example, opening a door, the biochemical marker is like, ah, we know this, that's okay, you can go and open that door. But if it's a spider and you're scared of it, it's just raging at you to do whatever it is that it's learned to do. And you have no idea that some of that stuff is buried deep within you. That's why I love it, because I can help you interpret those emotions and find out what's really going on for you. So all you need to do is be aware of what your emotions are telling you. If you're fearful in an interview, what exactly are you fearful of? Explore it, understand it, and see if you can remember a time when you felt like that before. Reach out. I've got a couple of things that you can do to help yourself through this, and they are free. They are online. There's nothing for you to have to pay for, because if they're not big events, or you can get to them easily, you can just begin to neutralize those old learnings, because you're not that 7-year-old child anymore. You're an adult. So third pillar is all about emotional health and recognizing that emotions are your friends. There's no bad, there's no negative, they're just messages from that deep inner part of your brain that says there's a problem. Look at this. Check that out. Get out of there. Thank you for listening. Hope that's useful. And if you want to know more, do reach out to me, kim@kimsearle.co.uk. Thank you.